Hi everyone, I'm Amanda and welcome back to the 20-day yoga challenge, all under 20 minutes. Today is day 8. We're going to be doing a lower body flow and we are going to get right started here with focusing on our breath, crossing our legs, always taking a moment to get present, push everything else out of our mind. So with our hands resting on our knees, take a few good breaths here. On your next exhale, maybe close your eyes. Take a moment to relax your jaw, relax your face, relax your shoulders, open some wideness in your chest and heart center. Scan down through your spine, bringing some length from your tailbone to the crown of your head, tucking in your lower back, tucking in that tailbone to be in alignment with the rest of your spine, your hips under your shoulders and your rib cage. And release. Open your eyes. Inhale, bring our arms up. And exhale, fold to one side. Feeling a nice long stretch here. Maybe we're just reaching our arm up to the ceiling instead. Maybe we're reaching past the crown of our head, looking up at the ceiling if we can for one more breath. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side. Breathe, maintaining space on the side of our neck and our head where our arm is reaching. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward, bring our palms down to the floor, maybe resting our forearms down, maybe bringing blocks underneath those forearms. Letting our spine curve over, letting our head and neck relax. Just starting to warm up our body here first before we get moving. And roll back up. Another inhale, reaching up. Exhale, twist. Opening up the chest here. Maybe using a block to put under that back hand. Nice long spine, not hunching over for more of a twist. Keeping those shoulders nice and wide. On your next inhale, hold, exhale back to center. Inhale up. Exhale, twist other side. Breathe. Inhale, hold. Exhale back to center. Very good. Going to come into a tabletop position, warming up our spine as we often do. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Take a moment here to find that nice flat back position. Our core is engaged, our pelvic muscles are engaged, our spine is nice and long. Tucking in those hips, tucking in that tailbone, widening the shoulders, pulling them away from the neck. Nice long neck and spine here. Hold for another breath. And now let's extend the right hand and the left leg, finding our balance here. Maybe we just want to do the leg or just want to do the arm. Lots of options here. Try to keep our hips and our shoulders level with each other here, trying not to open up. Keep our neck in line with our spine. Warm up the spine here by bringing the elbow to the knee. Inhale, exhale, extend. Inhale, exhale, extend, and release. Take a moment here. Find your tabletop once more, that flat back position. And other arm, other leg. Extend. Hold. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. And release back down, tabletop. Find that flat back once more. And then bring those toes together. Open up the knees. Send your hips back for child's pose. Take a good rest, a good stretch here. Maybe bring a block under your forehead if that feels better than bringing your forehead to the mat. Using those blocks to bring the earth closer to you. Nice stretch in your shoulders and your back. For a few more breaths. And release back up to tabletop. Now first we're going to tuck our toes under and come into downward dog. And then we're just going to walk our feet up to our hands and find ourselves in a forward fold. Maybe we want to bring a block at any of the three heights it offers. We want to take a moment here to stretch our legs, the back of our legs here. Let your neck and head relax. So maybe lift one heel and the other. Continue shifting your weight here with your breath, stretching out those calves and the back of the thighs. And then place both heels down and let yourself sink into this fold a little more for a few more breaths. And then roll up to a standing position. Walk to closer to the top of your mat if you're not already there. Inhale, come up. Exhale, send your left leg towards the back, coming into a high lunge. Our hands can be wherever feels comfortable, but take a moment to check on that lower back, tucking that spine underneath, that tailbone, not overarching, keeping everything engaged. Bringing that front knee over front ankle, holding here in high lunge for a moment. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, twist towards your right side, opening up your arms, pulling them down from the shoulders, everything parallel in one long line, gazing past your back arm, maintaining that lunge. One more breath, hold here. In, out. Inhale back to center, high lunge. Exhale, low lunge. Bring your upper body towards that mat. Maybe bring blocks here for this low lunge. Pause here for a moment. And breathe. We want to maintain that front knee over front ankle. After your next breath, bring the back leg up to the top of the mat. Inhale, adjust your stance. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, chair pose. So we're going to send our hips back, bend at the knees, bend at the hips, keeping our chest nice and upright. Open. Our arms can be up if we can, or maybe at heart center, or maybe at our sides. Try to pay attention to that lower back. Once again, tuck those pelvic bones under, that tailbone under, keeping the chest nice and wide. Neck and head are in line with the rest of our spine. Stay here for another moment, or with your next inhale, lengthen. Exhale, swoop the arms back and raise the heels if you can. Keep paying attention to that lower back, that core strength. Sink into it a little more with your next exhale. Pull those shoulders back and down. Inhale back up. Exhale, bring the arms down at your sides. Pause for a moment, shake it out. Inhale, bring your arms up and bring your right foot up, coming into a standing staff pose. Finding your balance. Wobbles are okay. It takes time to earn balance. It's not natural to anybody. One more breath here and hold. And then we're going to cross our leg on top of our thigh if we can, or maybe we're just going to bring the foot down here into a chair pose, but if we can, place the foot on top of our thigh. Bringing our hands to our heart center, relaxing our shoulders, either staying here in this balance, opening up from the hip. Wobbles are okay. Or if we want an extra challenge, we're going to sink down into a one-legged chair pose, keeping our chest nice and open, our neck nice and long, finding a spot to focus on. Breathe. One more breath in and out and release. Bring everything up. I'm going to turn back to the side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Back into a fold. Hands come down. Plant your hands, jump or step back to plank. Find your perfect plank, shoulders over wrists. And either go through a chaturanga or bring your knees straight down and come into high cobra, untucking your toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back to downward dog. Adjust your feet. Take a good breath here. Release. Elongate that spine, soften the knees maybe a little bit. Another good breath. Inhale. Exhale. On our next inhale, we're going to soften the knees and jump or walk our way up towards the top of the mat, adjusting our feet with an inhale and exhaling into a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, standing back to high lunge, right leg coming back, or whichever leg you didn't do last time. Finding that high lunge, front knee over front ankle, hips and shoulders in line with each other, arms reaching up if we can, shoulders pulled away from our neck, keeping that space on the sides of our neck and our ears. Checking out our lower back, tucking that tailbone under, using all the core, glute, pelvic muscles. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist towards your bent leg, opening up your arms, pulling down from the shoulders, opening up our chest here nice and wide. Reach those fingertips wide apart. Inhale, exhale, hold, and back to high lunge, and lower down to low lunge. Front knee over front ankle. Pause here for another couple breaths. Pull those shoulders back. On your next inhale, bring the back foot up and exhale into a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, chair. Once again, sending those hips back, keeping the tailbone tucked under, arms reaching up if you can. Now in your chair pose, I like to have my feet about hip width apart because that just feels good for me. Lots of people do it together. Do whatever feels good on your legs and your joints. The way my legs are built, a little wideness feels good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale if you want. Lift the heels, swoop the arms back, pull those shoulders back, pull them down, tuck that tailbone underneath. Exhale, sink into it. Nice long spine, long neck. 1. And release. Exhale, arms come at your sides. Shake it out. Inhale, arms come up, standing staff, other leg. Find your balance, one-legged position here. Arms can be wherever feels good. Finding a spot to focus on. One more breath in balance. And release. Open up the hip. I'm going to turn towards the camera once again. Opening up the hip here. If we can, placing the foot on top of that thigh, finding our balance here. Other option to just bring the foot down here, opening up from the hip here, finding our balance. If we're here on top of our thigh, if we want to bring it further or something to aspire to, if it nourishes your body, sink into that one-legged chair, pull your shoulders down, keep your chest nice and open, spine nice and long, find your balance, opening up those hips for 3, 2, 1, and bring everything up. Stand and exhale back to fold. Hold here for a few breaths. And now bring your seat down, however feels comfortable. Coming to a seated position, planting our feet down, hugging our chest to our knees for a moment. Before coming back up to seated, reaching our arms out if we can and lowering down our back onto the mat. Adjust yourself. Palms are down at your sides. Shoulders are flat. Back is nice and long. Keeping that tailbone tucked under. We're going to do a few bridge poses. Planting our feet into the mat. We're pushing into the bottoms of those feet. We're raising our hips up toward the ceiling. We're squeezing our glutes. Maybe we're even raising those shoulder blades. And we're going to breathe here for 1, 2, raise a little higher, neck stays long. 3, 4, 5, and release. Make any adjustments, shake anything out. We're going to go up for that bridge once more. With your breath, hips go up. Raising those shoulder blades, neck remains long. Squeezing those glutes, lifting up with those hips. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, and release those hips. Pause for another moment. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, hold. For 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring those legs up to the ceiling, flex the feet. Feel a nice stretch in the back of your legs. Try to relax your face. And release those feet back down. Now bring one foot, open it up from the hip, place the outside of that ankle on top of the other thigh. If this is enough of a stretch for you, this is great. Or if we want to grab the back of that thigh, pull it into our chest. Roll the ankle one way and the other way, feeling a nice stretch on that bent leg. Exhale here, a couple more breaths. And release that foot down, switch legs. Other hip opens up. We pull from the back of that thigh and relax our head and neck again. Roll the ankle. And the other way. And breathe a few more breaths. And release. Now taking your time here to do any other stretches that feel good for you. Maybe bring our knees from side to side. Doing a spinal twist. Maybe extending one leg up to the ceiling and the other. And then find your way back onto your mat for Shavasana. Whatever position feels good. Maybe legs are straight. Maybe they're in butterfly pose, maybe arms are straight, maybe they're in goal pose. Let this video end and give yourself just a few moments of stillness, 2 minutes at the most, or at minimum, hopefully longer than that if you can. Give yourself that challenge, and I'll see you for some more movement tomorrow.